This is a really nice reef. Hello everyone, and Merry Christmas. And it is finally, officially Christmas Day. So Merry Christmas everyone. This is the 12th day of React, so final day. And I'm going to be doing something, in my opinion, really special. And I'm going to be re-reacting to my most favorite episode from Season 5, My Little Pony Season 5. I'm going to be re-reacting to Tanks for the Memories. Yep. It was my most favorite episode in the entire season. And it actually came close to being one of my most favorite episodes of the entire series, actually, believe it or not. So, yeah, I just really liked the episode, so I just wanted to, re-react to it for the holidays, just to show you guys how much I loved the episode, and also I want to do a better, longer review after it, so that was another reason why I wanted to redo this reaction. But I just really can't wait to see the episode, so let's just dive into it and just get to re-reacting to it. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Look at that, Tank. Cloudsdale's here. That means Ponyville is next up for winter. Just saw.
That face.
How can you be tired when the most exciting time of the year is right around the corner? And don't forget the best part, our first winter together. Come on, wake up. Once those ponies bring in the big fat clouds full of snowflakes, we'll have a ton of snow for our extreme sledding.
Cool helmet.
And over there, we can play horse hockey with no shoulder or rump pads.
Rump pads.
Everything's looking great, don't you think? Almost everything. Does Tank look all right to you? Well, he does seem to be moving a little slowly. I know, right? And he looks kind of sleepy.
Yeah.
Totally. Just like he always does. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
I'm
sense
sure
since
you're right.
he's a turtle.
My little pony, my little pony. My little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My little pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure. Tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness. It's an easy feat. And magic makes it all complete. To have mine. To know you are my very best friends.
Dr. Fluttershy. That face again.
I suppose his heartbeat could be a teensy bit slower than usual. Okay, so give him a vitamin or something. I don't think he needs that. Maybe we're just staying up too late. Too many daring do stories.
Makes
Well, that's
sense.
not it either. Well, what's wrong with him then? Nothing. He's perfectly fine.
He just
He's
needs
just
to
going to
hibernate.
hibernate. You do realize he's not a bear, right?
Oh, that
Weather grows
face.
cold and less food is available. Many animals hibernate to conserve energy. It's like taking a really long nap during winter.
Yeah.
And then they wake up in spring. And see, even tortoises do it. When the time comes, Tank will leave and dig into the ground. joke. Well, then your book must be wrong. Rainbow Dash, Tank needs to hibernate. It's healthy for him, just like sleeping is healthy for us.
And I like how, like,
Whatever.
we see, like,
Okay,
a radical
thanks.
change in
Come on,
Rainbow Dash's
Tank.
personality and becoming so in denial that Tank has
Where are
to
you
hibernate
going?
because she doesn't
To
want
get
him
a
to.
second opinion from a real reptile expert. I told you, Rainbow Dash, I'm a dragon. Come on, you're practically twins.
How?
I'm purple. But if you don't have to hibernate, why should Tank? Because he's a tortoise and I'm a dragon. Same family though, right? No! I'll take that as a yes. Look, if Fluttershy says tortoises hibernate, then I guarantee tortoises hibernate. Well, what would you know? You're a dragon.
That's a bit racist.
No pony knows you like I do, Tank. All you need is some hard work to get the old blood pumping. Come on!
Oh, so they do have pavement. I see a runway there.
These things are heavy. Chock full of
Wow, they're
snowflakes.
clouds.
We're gonna have such a killer time in the snow, Tank. Tank?
Ah, this part.
Tank? Aww,
Oh,
little
thank you.
Tanky, all snuggly wuggly, getting ready to hibernate.
Don't say that word!
Snuggly, wuggly, Tanky, hibernate. That one. I was just saying
She's
how
like, get
cute
your
that
hand
little
off
thing
me.
You know, that napping thing is so cute. Why don't you go do it? Somewhere far away from here.
I like how she's still smiling.
What are you looking at? Pinkie Pie and I are just having a conversation.
Look, Rainbow Dash, we all know how upset you are about Tank hibernate.
Shh! Don't say that word! That's what started this all!
We know how upset you are about Tank.
Wait for
But
it.
you shouldn't take your anger out on your friends.
Wait for
Who
it.
said anything about anger? I didn't say anything about anger. I'm
I
not
got
upset,
and I am not angry. Do I look angry? That's one of my most favorite parts of this
Tank,
episode.
let's get out of here.
Yeah, so many people had that face
I
as a
need you
profile
bright-eyed and
picture after this
bushy-tailed,
episode.
not sleepy-eyed and scaly-tailed.
And it became a popular
Which
meme
is
as well.
exactly what you are. But get up anyway. You can't hibernate. You know, what about all the primo things we're gonna do together this winter? Building snow ponies, starting snowball fights, sipping hot cider by the fire.
You won't, Rainbow Dash. I'm sorry.
Don't you want to do those things with me?
I'm sure he wants to, but he still has to hibernate.
Think, Rainbow Dash, think. Tank's only hibernating because it's cold, right? Well, I'd rather have him awake
Here comes the
in
Grinch
heat
reference.
than asleep in the cold. I'll just have to stop winter.
Rainbow Dash had a wonderful, awful idea. I love
So
that part.
where do these clouds go?
Over by clear skies.
Okay, is
But
it
there's
just
clear
me,
skies
or do I
everywhere.
really
No,
think these
clear
new
skies right
background
here,
characters
but there's
sound like
clear
a bit like
skies
the
over there, too.
Animaniacs?
That's open skies.
'Cause they kinda do.
There's open skies everywhere.
I'm not everywhere. I'm right here.
Wait, so you're open skies and you're clear skies, then what's all that?
Open, clear skies. Hey, where'd our fluffy clouds go?
Fluffy clouds? He's over there.
Alright, I love that background character right there.
Stopping winter is gonna be a breeze.
Hey, Lucky Clover. That moment where Rainbow Dash finally got her own solo. And up to today, I still like it.
When life gives you lemons, you can make lemonade.
I really love Ashley Ball singing in this song. It's really good.
Choice has
Even
long
without the
been
backing
made.
vocals and the auto-tune, she
No
sounds...
winter will come to Ponyville. I'll do
I
it on
really love the
my
lyrics in the song. Like, they're really
own.
strong.
I will keep you
this song so much.
I'll clear the skies forever, so we won't be apart.
I love that rock and roll.
The weather warm for you, and the winter will never stop.
I just really hope Ashley Ball didn't lose his voice on that last line. It's been 7 months since I first reacted to this episode, and I still love this song. It's still fresh to me.
Here comes the next shipment. Move those clouds over.
This re-reaction, personally, was really worth it so far.
For every hoof step back, they go 3 hoof steps forward. What am I gonna do?
I love the effect for the snowflakes, especially when you watch this episode in high definition. I really love the animation for the snowflakes. It really makes it like it's actually winter.
Cloudsdale. That's it, Tank. If I can't stop winter in Ponyville, maybe I can stop
Blow
it
up
at the
Cloudsdale.
source.
That's another way to say it. Maybe I can blow up Cloudsdale. Good idea. Here comes the good stealth. When Ponyville Ranger reacted to this episode, he really thought that stealth was really funny. Like her walking around with the cloud and sneaking through the lockers and everything. That background looks similar to one of the backgrounds you can choose in Pony Creator on DeviantArt,
Blood
honestly.
shower. Perfect.
I would question how she did that without a screwdriver. That drawing. I remember that drawing on that locker, but I'm not even gonna question why they even drew it. Okay, Rainbow Dash looks really cute in that face. Just like how Elastic Girl in The Incredibles got her leg stuck in the door.
The winter lab. We're in, Tank. Now we just gotta figure out a way to shut it down. Sabotage snowflakes? I think we gotta go bigger than that. Wait here. We could get rid of these clouds, but that's still not big enough. Slam dunk! With no water, they can't make clouds or snow. They can't make winter!
Rainbow Dash, we got a bit
I
of a
hate to
problem.
do this to those weather ponies, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Oopsies. Looks like these were a little loose. And there goes winter down the drain.
Rainbow, we got a problem over here. Rainbow.
I can't see.
She's a snow pony now. Uh-oh. Oh, little girl screams.
Let's get out of here.
What you said about blow up Cloudsdale? It's gonna blow up, isn't it?
What in the
Evacuate
name of
Cloudsdale.
Celestia is going on up there?
Prepare yourselves, every pony.
Winter is coming. Another favorite part. Another little girl scream.
Every pony, look
Here
out!
comes the winter nuke. Boom! Christmas! And unlike Ponyville Ranger, that's not even a mistake because it is Christmas Day anyway. I love that pop sound effect.
You okay, Tank? Rainbow Dash, are you
I
alright?
bet she's also tired from all that flying.
No.
This scene. I can't believe this scene takes up like a quarter of the whole episode.
Knock, knock.
How did
How
she
are
even?
you feeling, Rainbow Dash?
It's Pinky. Don't even question.
The poor thing looks so sad. Just what are we going to do? I don't know what we can do. Buck up,
Can't do anything.
You just ain't yourself these
Okay, I
days.
love those Rainbow Dash slippers, and I like how Rainbow Dash has tank slippers.
Oh, how can I say this tactfully? You've lost your sparkle, Rainbow Dash. I hate to say this, but, well, you've become a party pooper. Didn't you hear me? I said whatever. I don't know if you're here to cheer me up or what, but I'm fine. Let me handle this. Rainbow Dash,
Fluttershy
your
has to
winter
tell
is
you
going
Rainbow
to
Dash has
be
left her no more choices.
petless.
And I really love the character development for Fluttershy. I'm sorry, just the way Rainbow Dash flies is really funny.
Whatever did you do that for? Because she'll never get past this until she lets it all out.
Wow, Fluttershy, that's some good character development there. And it's sad seeing how even Tank feels sorry for her.
It's okay. Tank will come back.
In Tank's
in
mind,
months.
you can clearly see that he's thinking, I'm so sorry, Rainbow Dash, but I have to do this.
I don't want him to go.
But he has to.
All right. There. Nice going, Fluttershy. How do we get her to stop?
Yeah.
Gotta be about done now. Can't be too much left in there.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
Feeling better?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you poor thing. I can't bear to see Fluttershy cry.
Yeah.
It's just heart-wrenching.
You too? Nope, I'm good.
Nope.
Look, every pony, I know how hard it is to say goodbye. I'm mostly sad because you're not sad.
Here it comes.
What? Me? What about Applejack?
Applejack cries on the outside, Twilight.
It's true.
That
alright,
line
Fluttershy.
blew this entire
It's
scene
alright.
up.
You think she's done? Or just getting a third wind?
I don't know. Rainbow Dash, are you okay? I think so. I feel better. Really, I do. Thanks, every pony. I don't know what I'd do without you. Or him. Oh, Tank, I'm sure gonna miss you.
Okay, that was the only scene that made me cry throughout this whole episode because that, in my opinion, is literally the most emotional scene I've ever seen in the entire show.
Well, guess we're starting winter with a bang.
The fun's come early. Yeehaw!
You think we can mess up winter every year? It's way less work. I don't think Rainbow Dash could handle it. Riding that entire season from Cloudsdale to Ponyville was pretty awesome. I thought you guys might
That
like to
Tank
say
has to go.
goodbye to Tank. He's ready to hibernate. You're using the word!
She's using the word!
And when Tank finishes hibernating, I'm gonna throw him the biggest welcome home party ever! Or wait, should it be a welcome above ground party? Or a happy wake up party? Maybe an it's about time party. And I'll design him a very special suit whichever one it ends up being.
I'm glad you're feeling a little better, Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, me too.
And the background music just makes it even more
So, you
emotional.
really want to do this hibernating thing, huh? Goodbye, Tank.
I'll see you later, little fella.
Goodbye, Tank. We'll miss you.
The loss of a loved one.
Well,
really hope Tank
ready
comes
for
back
some
in
winter
season 6.
fun? I'm gonna hang here and read to him a bit. That little guy can never get to sleep without a bedtime story. I'll be right there.
Now, I am not even kidding. This episode by far is one of the best episodes I've ever seen in the entire series, and the best episode I've seen in the season 5. First off, this episode touches upon the situation of dealing with the loss of a loved one more than any other TV show or movie I have ever seen. Like, we see how Rainbow Dash in this whole episode is at first in complete denial that Tank has to hibernate, and she's trying to do like anything she can to keep him from hibernating, all the way up into a point where she thought sabotaging Winter would be a good idea. And like, seriously, like, the lesson in this episode and the story of this episode is just really well written. That's one of the first reasons I like this episode. And of course, Rainbow Dash's first solo song. And it was not only, like, Rainbow Dash's first solo song, but it was actually well written. Like, it was actually a great song. Like, ever since I first reacted to it about, like, 7 months ago, I liked the song, but then I kept listening and listening to it, and then I just really loved that song. Like, I loved the rock and roll instrumental to it. The rock and roll instrumental really shows that it's a Rainbow Dash song because, yeah, obviously Rainbow Dash's theme is like rock and roll, so yeah. And I love Ashley Bolt singing in the song. Like, she is actually like very talented, like for Applejack songs and now for a Rainbow Dash song. And still, compared to that, compared to the Jingle Bells Rainbow Dash single from the It's a Pony Kind of Christmas album, I still think All Fly is better because I just think the singing is just amazing, and the instrumental is perfect for a Rainbow Dash song. I love the lyrics as well. They're fun and they're strong, and yeah, the song is just very well written. Also like this whole episode. Another thing I want to say about this episode is about that Grinch reference, like when Rainbow Dash made that face like, she's a mean one. Or, no, she's a cute one. Mrs. Dash. No, enough of that. But, about that, I like how, like, they didn't really decide to make this, like, whole episode, like, how the Grinch stole Christmas reference. Because if they just made the whole thing a Grinch reference, then this episode would have been just that. But, I like how they didn't stick with that idea, and they threw in their own creative story, how Rainbow Dash just goes into the factory and sabotages a bunch of stuff, and we get some hilarious stealth moves and that picture on that locker door, and yeah, and then that reference to, I forget, but when Twilight said, "Winter is coming." I remember I used that clip in an earlier video called Snow, because I just had to throw that in because that was another one of my most favorite hilarious lines from the episode. Yeah, another thing I love about this episode is the humor in it. Like, first, we get Rainbow Dash's "Do I Look Angry" face. Oh my god, that exploded all over the Brony fandom once that a screenshot was taken. People had them on their profile pictures. It was a meme on Derby Burrow. There were several screenshots of it on Derby Burrow, Google Images, and yeah, that was a really popular phase. And also, Rainbow Dash's Grinch face. I already mentioned that. And there were a lot of funny lines in this episode, like, of course, when Rainbow Dash said, "Do I look angry?" And Especially like during that crying scene where Pinky says, "Applejack cries on the inside, Twilight." That became the like one of the most popular lines of the entire show, and people can't resist quoting that line every time we see Applejack crying. Whenever we see Applejack crying in any other future episodes, we all say, "Applejack cries on the inside, Twilight." Yeah, I love that line as well. Now, I love the Rainbow Dash crying scene, not because I think Rainbow Dash's crying is actually pretty funny compared to the others, but, that scene showed that, like, what a lot of us have never seen of Rainbow Dash before. It showed that Rainbow Dash has a sensitive side, like when it comes to dealing with the ordeal of losing a loved one. Rainbow Dash had to deal with the fact that she wasn't going to have Tank at all throughout the whole winter because he had to hibernate. And I love the character development for Fluttershy in that scene where she had to be like assertive and she had to get to the point because Rainbow Dash just kept trying to like keep Rainbow Dash keep Tank from hibernating, that it left a Fluttershy no other choice but just to outright tell her, Tank has to hibernate. You're not going to see him throughout the whole winter. Your winter's going to be petless. And then, of course, when Fluttershy said she'll never get past this until she lets it all out, that was another big chunk of character development for Fluttershy. I really love Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash in that scene, how we see the character development in Fluttershy, and we see that Rainbow Dash sometimes has a sensitive side. Like, even though, like, she's big, tough pony, like the tomboy, and she doesn't want to show emotions, here, she just couldn't hold it back, and she just had to let her emotions go. And that was a rare thing to see from Rainbow Dash, and why I personally like that scene, because it showed, again, that Rainbow Dash had a sensitive side. And how some of the other ponies joined in Rainbow Dash, and, yeah, when Pinky says, Applejack cries on the inside, Twilight, for some of us, that turned our tears for Rainbow Dash into sheer laughter. Yep, Pinky just had to cheer us up with that line. And that scene where Rainbow Dash says, "Oh, Tank, I'm sure gonna miss you." Honestly, that has become the new most emotional scene in the entire show for me. Like, seriously, I'm not even kidding. Like, hearing that soft background music play while Rainbow is facing the fact that she has to say goodbye to Tank for the whole winter. She has to get over it, and yeah, especially the ending scene where Tank actually buries himself, and seeing Rainbow Dash just wants to read him one more Daring Do story before he goes away for the winter. Yeah. Like, I find it interesting how Hasbro in this episode would change the word death to hibernate. Well, Tank doesn't die, but, in either way, it really shows a good lesson about, like, dealing with the situation of losing a loved one, or having to say goodbye to a loved one. Like, personally, the reason why I love this episode, like, if you think of the word hibernate as death when you're watching the episode, this episode becomes a lot more emotional and a lot more well written. Well, it already is well written, but it makes the episode a lot more influential. So, yeah. Yeah, this episode was honestly my #1 most favorite episode of the entire Season 5, aside from Crusaders of the Lost Mark and the main attraction. I like those, but I like this more because Rainbow Dash's first solo song, the very good message in this episode, the story was well written, the humor, do I look angry, the Grinch face, and Applejack cries on the inside, Twilight. So, yeah, I like this episode, and if I ever do a top 10, my most favorite top 10 My Little Pony episodes of the entire series, like, Candlelight Wedding will always be my #1 episode of the entire series, but Thanks for the Memories just might come in as my #2 most favorite. But that is if in Season 6 they make a better episode, but for now, Thanks for the Memories came close to my #1 most favorite episode of the entire series. I'm not even kidding. All started 7 months ago when I reacted to it on some shitty school day, and I was like pissed off that I had a bunch of math homework, and then I finally got it done, And then I watched that episode, and at first I thought it was going to be another episode that I wasn't going to care for, but after watching it, it honestly became one of my most favorite episodes of the entire series. So, yep, that was my re-reaction and re-review on Thanks for the Memories. Hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope you all are having a great holiday season. Like, some of you probably are having a pretty bad one, or probably some of you are having a good one. But whatever, I wish all of my fans a very Merry Christmas. Have a safe holiday season. Have a good time with your friends and family. And hope you all get a lot of cool presents and have a good time. So, yep, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I will see you all sometime in January next year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. Goodbye. And bro hoof to everybody. And remember, everyone,